Good evening and welcome to the Job Creator Platform Community Call. This is a bi-monthly call that we have on Tuesday evenings, 7 p.m. on Pacific time. And it's an opportunity for people who are in the Job Creator Platform to ask questions and to find out a little bit more about how it works and what's going on with the Job Creator Platform. And it's also an opportunity for us to check in with you to find out how you're experiencing it, what lessons you're learning, and how you're making go with this beautiful tool that helps to unlock your potential by helping you to identify and eliminate those points of resistance that are getting in the way of you getting the job that you want. As you know, the Job Creator Platform is all about helping you to identify and get clarity on what you want out of the job. Maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a change in your current job, maybe it's the same job but with a different twist on it, maybe some different people or some different responsibilities, making more out of it. Because as we say, you can't get it unless you know what it is. And really with the Job Creator Platform, the first and most important thing to do is to know what you want and work on that. So as you all know, you've got lots and lots of questions that are coming your way through the Job Creator Platform as a way to shift your thinking and making those changes so that you're able to get clarity and eliminate those points of resistance. So today, before we go and answer questions, what we wanted to do is to go into one of the points of resistance called openness. Now, openness is a big issue for many people. And we recognize the importance of it because not only is it one of the points of resistance, we actually have it as the 8th point of resistance, and not because it's not important, but actually to end on that before you jump into the action items. And then if you think about the big 4 steps to getting what you want, the first one, of course, is knowing what you want. The second is to identify and eliminate those points of resistance. And then the third is to take inspired action. And then the fourth is allowing and accepting, which is really just about the same thing as openness or being open. So openness is so important for us that not only is it one of the points of resistance, it's also one of the 4 big steps to getting what you want. Now, openness means the opposite of being open is being closed. And we all know what it's like to live our life from a closed perspective, where we don't have options, we're afraid to take steps, where the idea of moving forward or choosing something is something to be afraid of. With openness, it's like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful world, and I want to take advantage of it. I want to be there to see how things go and be on the lookout for what's coming my way. And that's what openness is all about. And for us, being open is key. And it's really why we're here today, because as you all, well, those of you who remember, when we were going through the lawsuit and having really difficult times making any kind of headway, we didn't think we had options. We knew for sure we were going down a path to ruin and didn't know what to do. But then we took that trip down to New Orleans and took a step back and realized that what we were doing wasn't working. And all that constriction, all that resistance that we were bringing upon ourselves wasn't doing us any good. And really, when we did that, took that time off, got away from the Bay Area, got away from our jobs, got away from the company, got away from all the pressure that we're feeling here, that gave us a sense of openness, a little bit of a space. And all it took was that little bit of a space to make a huge difference for us. Because once we had that space, there was room for other things to come in, room for other options to show up that were completely invisible to us before. And that's when we started reading and started listening to ourselves and taking in that information and bouncing it off of both Beth and I doing so to make sure that we could make heads or tails of how all this works, how the law of attraction works, how the power of your thinking works, how all this potential is available to us if only we can still ourselves enough and open up our eyes to make it possible. So that's why we really love and focus a lot on openness. And we do find as we go through the Job Creator platform questions and look at the responses that a resistance to openness is a big challenge for people. A lot of us like to be in our little box and like to be in our comfort zone. And when something comes into our comfort zone, we tend to oh my gosh, what are you doing here? And put up some resistance to it because it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't make us feel warm, and we're not sure what's going to happen. So that's one of the challenges to overcome as we're looking for a new job or making changes to our current job or making complete changes to our career, is having that level of openness. And sometimes we feel like we're open, but we find out that we're anything but. We're open to all kinds of ideas as long as they conform to long-held beliefs or something that we're looking for. We want to be wide open as long as it fits into a box that we have for us. So today, what we like to do is open up for questions and make sure that we address whatever questions that you have, but also paying very close attention to openness and what that means to you. So great, here we go.